FLOSSTUBE, it's Leigh from Creatively on Sunday the 4th of June, I think it is, 2023, with FLOSSTUBE number 180. Welcome back to my weekly YouTube video channel about counter cross stitch and random stuff, but counter cross stitch predominantly. So yeah, another busy weekend for me. I'm at home, but I'm actually not at home this weekend. A lot of the weekend since Thursday, I'm house sitting for friends, but just popping in to keep an eye on the place. And it's raining. But I wanted to come home. I didn't take everything with me to my friend's place in Brooklyn. So it's easy to come back here, check on the house, do a bit of housework and do the ironing. I have no idea where their ironing board is. And yeah, do some ironing, obviously film this video. So yeah, another busy weekend basically. I took Thursday off. No, I didn't. I took Friday off. And just for an annual leave day, but also to make it a really long weekend because of course tomorrow it's King's birthday weekend. That's weird saying King's birthday weekend instead of Queen's birthday weekend here in New Zealand. And so I made it a 4-day weekend, but also those of you who've been around for a long time know that every year I go to the New Zealand Art Show. It's an annual event where I think way back it used to be called the Affordable Art Show, but I think everything's supposed to be, it used to be that it had to be under $5,000, but I don't think that's true anymore. I'm pretty sure I saw some art that was more than that. But there's a whole range of artists from around New Zealand and they apply to be part of the event, and it's always over Queen/King's birthday weekend in Wellington. It's just fun. So I go with a couple of friends. We're making it it's now our 3rd year tradition. I've been going for a number of years, but we decided, well, last year I suggested let's go on a Friday instead of a Saturday, and we all sort of immediately put it in our calendars to book the day off. So yeah, we had a lovely met for brunch, I guess, then spent a couple of hours at the art show, then went for some cocktails after, so did a bit of a loose bar crawl. So we went to 3 different places, had a drink at each, so it's kind of fun to do that on a Friday and play hooky from work really. I had a smaller budget this year. I was pretty good during the year. I pre-purchased vouchers, so when they put their tickets on sale, like about 6 months out, you can purchase, spend $100, purchase a $100 voucher to spend at the show and you get free tickets. So I did that a few times. So basically I had a small budget, but I had a prepaid budget, which was quite good. I walked around several times and decided in the end, I'm going to show you because I like showing my art. I purchased a photo, which is a kind of, it's going to be really glary, but it's sort of a layered photograph. The name of it's called City in a City. Apologies for the glare. So it sort of looks like a multi-exposure, and it comes framed, and I just appealed to me, by Rick Spencer. And he's Rick Spencer with a c.nz@gmail.com. Anyone wants to look at his art, that's his details there. And I just really liked it, so I'm not quite sure I'm going to hang it, mostly because everything in my lounge has white frames. Well, that's not in my lounge, just in my dining room. But I do have other things that need to be framed with black frames, so it'll probably end up with a cluster. Anyway, so I bought that, and it was quite affordable. And I haven't bought photography before from the show. And then I also just picked up a little sculpture for the wall by Kylie Matheson. That's her details there. Not sure if it's focused. There we go. Use the hand, Lee. So Kylie Matheson Her Insta is Kylie Matheson Artist, and she does these really interesting sculptures. She had all sorts of foxes and badgers and bunnies and all sorts of I guess European animals, but she also had these birds hanging on the wall, and I bought one because I love them. So I bought a tui, and it will hang on the wall like this. It has a hanger thing, and there was all sorts of different shapes and stuff, but the tui is, you know, a favourite bird here in New Zealand. This one had the lovely, liked how its little tuft of white was. And yeah, I'm going to hang it like that. And I think it's really cute. So just, she has some that kind of look like they could sit flatter, but this one's oddly shaped to sit flat. It definitely needs to hang. So I'll shove something on the wall and hang that up. So just really liked that. So those were my little purchases. And then, yeah, yesterday, friend came over and met me in Brooklyn where I'm staying. So we had a brunch, I think, in the end, or lunch. I'm not sure. Started out, let's meet for coffee, and ended up being lunch. And then spent the afternoon at home stitching with the kitty. Because I'm essentially, it's less house sitting and more cat sitting. And yes, what did I watch? I sort of, while I've been there, I've binged something on Netflix. What was it? The Diplomat, I think it's called, with Kerry Russell. And of course, it was fine. I wasn't like, oh, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And then of course, the way it ended, if anyone who's watched it, and then it ended and it's like, oh crap, now I need to watch the next, the next series, if there is going to be one. I don't even know if there is. Hopefully there is, because it ended on a real cliffhanger. And it was like, you've got me now. Suck me in. Talked to Dad yesterday. He's doing okay. He was having a better day. He'd been a bit unwell with a gastro bug, so that hadn't been fun, as you can imagine, but he was feeling better when I spoke to him. That would have been on Friday night, I think. I'll probably ring him this evening. And apart from that, yeah, day off tomorrow. Need to finish some study that I'm doing, and I'll do that from the place where I'm staying. But today I'm just gonna probably hang around the house a little bit, do a bit of crafting, bit of housework, and then head back to Brooklyn to feed the cat this afternoon. Right, shall I show you what I've been stitching? I don't have anything new, so I've bought nothing. Been really good. I just went to an art show. But yeah, a little bit of stitching. 3 projects to show you today. First up, I had shown you a bit of progress on Lampposts last week, and I think I mentioned I was just going to finish it. So I did get it finished on Wednesday evening. So Lampposts by StitchMomStudio, and if you want the design, go back and have a look through my comments last week. I did do a link to where you can find a version of the design on InspireUplift. Now the colorway looks different. The digital mock-up looks different, and I did post in the comments for someone asked, like, they were having trouble finding it, and it's called a different name. When I purchased it, it was on Etsy, but now anyway, so same designer but different digital mock-up. So it looks like the color, I don't know, the colors may not be different. It might be my computer screen. But I pasted in the colours that I'm using in that chat. So under video number 179 in the comments, you'll find information about it there. I'm not posting it again because I'll forget. Anyway, I stitched mine on 35 count Lilac Grove. Sorry if I'm squinting, the sun's just come through some cloud. Yeah, 35 count Lilac Grove by Country Stitch, using the called for the version I had DMC, but I did swap out 414 for 413, and this was start number 37 of 50 for my 50 at 50, and I finished it on the 31st of May, and I'm very happy with it. I only had about 20% to do, but you know, once you get going on it, it just goes real fast. It's always fun on Pattern Keeper to see the colours go down to 0. And then when I just had that top the top bit of border to do, and it was like something like, I don't know how many stitches, but you know, they're going down. Every time I did a little bit, I'd swipe my finger and see it coming down and coming down. And then I finished it, and according to Pattern Keeper, I still had 3 stitches, but I didn't. They just hadn't been marked off the chart. So isn't it pretty? It's like those lampposts just glow. I think because they're the only blocks where that really light peachy color is, and they illuminate. And I think, you know, when I started this, I wanted it to look like it was a twilighty fabric, so I didn't want to do it on white. You know me, I really want to do anything on white, so I'm really pleased to get that finished. So yay, just in time for my new start. So 1st of June, here in we're hosted Hayley and Zeb here in New Zealand, kicked off the Heather M Jardine sale. This is a Hands Across the Sea little gem chart, and it was stitched by a girl in New Zealand. And there's a version where instead of her name, like part of the personalization, there was some like words of wisdom in both Māori and English, te reo Māori, and I'm stitching that version, and I'm making some colour changes. So we're all encouraged to make this personal, so I'll be changing bits in it, and because I'm stitching this eventually to give to my niece. So this kicked off. I'm stitching mine on 36 count Riverstone linen from Country Stitch using partial DMZ conversion. So a few people have ordered the silks for it and they look beautiful. But yeah, I will be making a concerted effort to post more on the Facebook group. Now that I've ironed it, I can take my progress. So basically I spent this, whoops, my pen's rolling away. I stitched on this yesterday, and I am actually at about 26%, so I'm sorry people, I will put it away. But it's not that big, and I really enjoyed it, and I just made use of the good light while I had it yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, to get a big chunk done. And so here I am, I've got all the borders done, and I've got the bottom row of the kind of, do we call it a motto? Not really a motto, but I've done that in the darkest one, that's over 1. So I do full cross because I just don't like, for me, how tent stitch looks when I do an over 1. So yeah, courageous woman. God, I can't read it back, it's too small. Successful woman, resolute woman, and then above will be the te reo Māori, and I'm going to stitch my te reo Māori in the red colour. So I get a little bit of red in now, which is up here in this border, but I think I'll do, rather than stitch in the same colour, I'm going to do the te reo Māori in the red. But I basically, I think I said my approach would be to get the border in and then do a little bit of the over 1, but I was okay with the over 1, so if you're not finding it frustrating, keep going until you get sick of it. So I thought, well, if I get that bottom bit done, and then I finished all the borders, and it just came to about 26%, so it's a really good place to leave it for now. I did swap out, I think last week when I showed my colours, I had a couple of, I had the Cool for blues, but I have swapped them for some teals. I don't have the colours with me, I didn't bring everything from the house. And I don't know what other changes I'm going to make, but it's not huge. So this is a fat 8, give or take, probably a bit wider than a fat 8, and on 36 count, and it's just a wee dinky little thing. So yeah, it's not a huge sampler. The alphabet takes up, you know, a good, well over a third, right? And that doesn't take long to do the alphabets. And then I'll be fiddling around with the insides. But yeah, really pleased with that. So next time I pick it up, I'll get the other over 1 done out of the way. And I'm not sure, I might do the alphabet and come back and do the pretty things in the middle, who knows? It'll be a surprise, because I'll be surprised as well. So, but I'm gonna put that away. Because it's a sale, I'm gonna try not to finish it in 1 week, which obviously I probably could. I might pick it up again on the 1st of July. So if I do June, July, August, so and look at finishing it in September. We'll see. Oh, earlier in the week, actually, all out of order. On Sunday, I went stitching. I went round to Anne's place, and a few of us had a bit of stitching, and Judith was there, and we were both stitching on Gigi. That's what we're doing as a stitch along. This is my 3rd Bewitching Pixie. So Gigi I started on the 31st of December last year. I started on New Year's Eve with Judith, and all 3 of my Bewitching Pixies are on 32 count Vintage Country Mocha. And using Call for DMC, although I might change her hair. I changed Anna's hair to red. I left Eva's hair as black, but I might change the skin colour or the hair colour. I don't know. I feel like making her a blonde, but then I've got to find a really nice yellow. But then I might make her skin a little bit darker just to make them a little bit different. So I don't know. Anyway, so on Sunday I stitched on Gigi, and then I picked her up again last night just because it was something I could grab. Well, I had the kit out to ready for my video, and I have it in a tiny little pouch because it's really little. And I then just thought, I'll just grab that. And that way I had a 32 count project to stitch at my friend's. And so I picked it up last night. Unbeknownst to me, Judith was also stitching on Gigi last night. We hadn't even talked about it. So it was quite funny because my thing is I'll stitch this with her, but I didn't. Anyway, I'm trying. We both made progress on here. So I did quite a bit on Sunday and then a little bit last night. So on Sunday, I got a lot of the blue filled in. I had started the blue, but I got most of this blue, all of this blue in. And then last night, I picked it up again and picked up this bit here. And then I finished this little bit here. So basically this, and then a little bit of black up here as well. So there is Gigi, and I'm pleased with the progress there. So it's kind of good to get a little bit caught up because I missed a couple of months stitching on her. And I mean, I am going to finish her by the end of the year, but I think Judith is making really good progress as well, which is really nice. So she's focusing on getting all of the black done tonight. So technically I could stitch on this again tonight because she's stitching on her, but I'm not really that worried about it. So that was my stitching for the week. So yeah, a nice finish, a nice start, and a bit of progress on a whip. Shorter video today. Yay, says the person who has to edit it. I do have a Past the Stash this week. I mentioned last week. Come back if you want to go in the drawer. I stitched West Winds ages ago. If I've got a photo, I'll pop in the photo here. This is how I stitched it because I did my own colours. And I went quite different. It's a great project to stitch your own colours because it's not like realistic. And as you can see, the houses are kind of fun, and these random blocks of colour, which I think make up the path, like footpath kind of thing. But they're not at all realistic, right? I mean, even with the tree leaves, I had a whole lot of threads pulled and I didn't use all of them, but partway through this tree, I changed the green by accident. And then I was like, oh, does it really matter that the green leaves up here are different to the green leaves down here? And I ended up with quite a really dual coloured red in where this is a burgundy kind of brown. What's it described as in here? Don't know. But anyway, if you want to win that, go in the draw for this giveaway. Don't say all the things like free giveaway. I'm gonna sneeze one moment and I'm back. Don't say any of those trolley words that a robot could find. So yeah, use the name West Winds, one word, WESTWINDS, West Winds, and I'll pick someone next week. It can be from anywhere, it'll go in an envelope. I'm really terrible at posting quickly, so don't be in a hurry for it. But yeah, I mean, I stitched this ages ago, I just put it in the pass pile, so yeah, happy to pass that on. It's a lovely, quick little design, and as I said, very forgiving. You can change any colours. I used over-dyeds, called for MPIs, so it has a DMC conversion, but I just went through my stash and pulled things that I loved, so and then changed my mind, and then changed another one, and then went random with it. So yeah, have fun with that. That's all I've got. It's a real quick one. Yeah, so gonna wrap it up, get it edited, get it up, and I thank you for coming along and watching. If you haven't subscribed, please push the subscribe button. Contact details and everything are in the doobly-doo below. I always put the project details in there too, so if you didn't hear or didn't listen, you can go hit the little more, have a look in the description box, and you'll see information about all the projects that I show. So yeah, I can't think what else to say, so I'll wrap it up. As always, don't let your needles rust. Ciao.